not a prize to win a bill. I want y'all to know the second you go to these singles events and you're in there and there's a mutual meetup, after that mutual meetup, there's nothing, it goes back to regular. It still goes back to you pay for it and you hope that she reciprocates. It still goes back to she's dating and she went to an event to find men to date. And then when she leaves here, she probably has other pursuers or some type of, like, if I found her attractive, then most likely somebody else found her attractive. I'm not the only genius in the city. So if I went up to her and I said, oh, you're pretty, I want to take you out. How many other times this week am I going to have to worry about that? Because not only is she just an attractive woman, she's an attractive woman that's getting out looking to be in mixers and stuff like that. Like, what? Like, what? I like you and I want to build with you, but you've made it to the point where you've got so many options, or you've got so many opportunities to go on dates. I'd be like, I don't want to date no girl. I don't want to date no woman that's on 4 dates a week while I'll only get one of them with her. I don't.
Would love if we could be honest and rebrand singles events as The Truth, which is a perfect place to meet your brand new platonic best friend. Men don't go to these. Men do not go to singles events. Stop paying money to go to singles events. Men don't go. Stop it.
I know this is gonna sound mean, but I just need to rant for a minute. Do ugly guys have more confidence than hot men? Because why did I go out dancing last night and the only guys with the to come and chat me up were 2s and 3s? And I am not saying that I'm a perfect 10, a goddess of a woman, but I would like to think that I could pull a man who's hotter than the living embodiment of a toe fungus, and yet that's who's coming and flirting with me. And so men, I need y'all to weigh in. I need attractive men specifically to weigh in. Are y'all shy? Is that what the tea is? Are you already booed up? Or are you just so fine that you don't need to approach a woman because they just automatically come up to you? I'm confused. I would like some insight. Please let me know down in the comments.
I mean, I know the first guy was talking about he doesn't want to be basically the fourth option or one of the options, which I think that's a huge thing for men. But I think, listening to her speak, you're seeing why that second clip there, the woman is saying, don't go to these. You're only going to meet your platonic best friend. It's because of women like this. It's because of the things they say like this, where they're trashing a man, they're talking down on a man, they're dunking on a man. And for $75, you mean to tell me I can get one of the worst roastings of my life for $75? Oh, and I get a free drink, so I can drink my pain away? Sign me up. Where do I sign up? Y'all wonder why men stay out of these things. Y'all wonder why men don't go to clubs. Y'all wonder why men don't approach y'all. It's because stuff like this, but y'all are insufferable.
From the most unhinged speed dating event of my entire life. Dating in Charlotte is a problem. Honestly, this needs to be studied. This experience needs to be studied. So I will preface this by saying I did not want to go. This is not my cup of tea. This is not how I generally meet people. I was very concerned and very anxious, going into this. I really was. Like, truly. I tried to get out of it multiple times. I texted my best friend. I was like, I just don't think I should go. She was like, no, you need to get out there. Stop meeting men on these apps. Start meeting men in real life. As we know, men don't approach women as much in real life. So a speed dating event felt like the perfect place to meet men where they would feel comfortable approaching women and women would feel comfortable being approached. Here's where everything went wrong. Now, the event started at 6 o'clock. I will admit, I got there at 7:30. Maybe a problem, but the thing about it is the flyer said this is a mix and mingle speed dating happy hour. First of all, I don't even know that those words really go together, but to me, it felt like kind of a come and go as you please, so I didn't want to be the first one there at 6 o'clock. Showing up at 7:30 was also not the move though, because when I walked in, it was packed. And what do you think I saw? What do you think I saw? Exactly what I thought I was gonna see. 80 women sitting alone. No men in sight. None. None. I promise you. I will overlay a video. There were no, I could not see one man outside of the people servicing tables.
Filipino guys just not interested in meeting girls in real life? Okay, so we've been hosting these parties in Manila where a countdown reveals everyone's date for the night, and surprising but not surprising, there are always more girls than guys. Like, in all honesty, we had to postpone one of our parties because we had 50 girls and only 10 guys. Like, where are the Filipino guys? Are you guys stuck on dating apps? Because girls are starting to delete them and meeting people in real life is back again. So sign up for the next one or send this to your single guys because we honestly need them.
So I just came from a singles party, singles gathering, and it was amazing. This was my first one. Now, the only downfall was that in a room full of women, there was 4 men. Where are the single?
Excuse me, do you have the directions?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, to your heart? Can I get your number?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I think he's talking to you.
Yeah.
What's your story?
What do you
What's
mean?
good with you? What?
I'm good. I just want your number. You're cute. I saw you from like 10 miles away. I still couldn't be further enough.
Stop. Yes.
Where'd you drop from, Heaven?
Well, she's got the medical.
I know. I don't want to show up money with reels. That's crazy.
You got that yacht.
Now she's messing around, but I would suffice to say, if you get women that will joke around with men like this, men would come because it's guaranteeing them not only a night on the town, I get to mingle with women and I get to have a good time. Men love to have a good time. But as you can see, modern women and their attitude somehow, some way has prevailed even over in the Philippines. I mean, we know it's in Charlotte. She was, oh, I can't find nobody in Charlotte, and oh, I didn't want to go, and all that other stuff. And I think I heard of a church singles event in Charlotte as well, right? And that's another point of contention for these. Oh, I'm going to church and I can't find my man. I've been in church for 13 years and still can't find nobody. It's because y'all are insufferable. The fact that you can go to Charlotte, all the way to Manila, all the way to the Philippines, and men still don't engage with these women. That's, at some point in time, we got to start asking the question, are you guys going to take any of the accountability?
If I plan a singles mixer in Fort Worth, 6,000 women are going to come and there will be 3 men there. There will be 3 men there. Unless I get a bunch of men that say they single and they'll be there. I'm not planning because I already know how it goes.
We've left the event. Now we are eating doner kebabs. Okay, I'm back and here's the update. I did not meet my husband. Honestly, I feel like the event was pretty poorly organized. Like, everyone was kind of just in a room and I don't know, there was just no natural mingling going on. There was also no music. The drink situation was also kind of just pre-made pictures of margaritas. And then, what else? Oh, and there were no tacos. They promised us tacos and there were no tacos. Another thing, but this one I kind of expected, that there were just so many more women than men. It is New York City and it's also a ticketed dating event, so I feel like that kind of lends itself to being more female.
Ask a guy out. I've just seen him over there. He's the hottest guy I think I've ever seen in my life. So rejection therapy. This feels like the biggest rejection therapy ever. Let's do it. Excuse me, I just wanted to say that I think you are so hot.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome. I wondered, would you go on a date with me?
Unfortunately, you're not really my type. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No problem at all. I hope you have a great day.
You too.
Goodbye. Thank you.
You know, it's funny how she talking about rejection therapy and how she went up to the man and the man was very nice. He very personable, very approachable, relaxed body language. Hey, how's it going? I mean, he didn't have to say nothing because she just, okay, rejection therapy. He didn't try to blast her. None of that. He's very empathetic. He sympathized with her. You can tell that from hearing what he was saying to her. No, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, you're not my type. And that's it. And she could leave with her dignity. Men, when they be going up to these modern women, they don't get that same respect. They don't get that same opportunity to leave with their dignity. You'd be lucky if she says no and that's it. So when we go back to dating events, singles mixer, well, a dating event, I guess, it's the same thing, right? When we go back to those, you can kind of see why there ain't no men coming to singles mixers in New York. You can kind of see why the lady's saying, I'm not planning anything because men don't show up. Well, a lot of the guys, when they approach a woman, she don't want to be around them. She wants them to go away. So why then, if the woman don't want me around, would I go and pay $75 for women to say, it's confirmed, we don't want you around?
Okay, so I have a genuine question. Where in this day and age do you find men? Like good actual men? Tinder, no. Hinge, no. Bumble, that's a joke. Co-workers, no. That is banned. That is a joke as well. Uni, no. Don't be ridiculous. I don't reckon you'd find someone at a bar or clubbing. No. Festival, also no. Also, like, do I have the money to go to a festival every month? No. Like, genuinely, where do you find men? Where do you find your men?
Nowhere. In my dreams.
In your dreams.
Yep.
The issue isn't men, it's that all of these desperate women have the wrong attitude when it comes to finding a man.
On today's episode of I Have Too Much Time on My Hand and I Be Doing the Most Random. So I basically came across this TikTok account that wants to revamp how people date. I said, boom, it's cute, let me see what it's hitting for. I got there, very well organized, I can see why they had success. But where the at? I wasn't even trying to be picky, but where to find it at? No, not the bald, under 5'9". It really wasn't hitting. It was more females than men, but you can't control that. I immediately checked out, went to the bar. I'm at the bar, it's like a whole bunch of other females that feel the same way. We all decided that was not our vibe. Made no sense to waste our time. Ended up leaving, we got dinner and some drinks. All in all, it was a cute experience. I was able to network and make more friends. It was exciting and fun and new. Where the our target audience definitely wasn't there. We all decided we're gonna have to.
By chance?
No.
And you?
Married.
No? Single by chance?
No, I'm not, sorry.
No? Are you single by chance?
I'm not.
No? Do you have single friends by chance?
I'm sure I do.
Yes.
Not very many.
Single?
No, I'm married.
No? Ah, okay. Excuse me, are you single by chance?
No.
No? Single by chance? No? Are you single by chance? No? Do you have single friends?
No.
No? Are you single by chance?
I'm not, I'm afraid.
No. Is anyone single by chance?
Nope.
No one is single. Are you single
No,
by
I'm
chance?
married, sorry.
Do you have any single friends?
I probably do have single friends, yeah.
Can you give them invitation for the singles party this Friday? Are you single by chance?
No, unfortunately not.
No.
Sorry.
Do you have any single friends?
Yeah, they're actually just up here.
Can you invite them for singles party this Friday? Ask you, are you single by chance? Are you?
Do you want to take me?
Are you single?
Do you want to marry me?
They're everywhere. But you told them to stop approaching. So they did. Now, they're not approaching you. And you're confused as to why. Because you told them to. And now, you're asking, well, why aren't men approaching? Because you said not to approach. They're doing what you said. Last I checked, most of the time, men do what they say they're gonna do. And, if a woman says, please don't approach me, they won't approach. And when men are straightforward, men are very straightforward, most of them. Like I said, I'm not generalizing all of them, but most men are very straightforward. So if you say don't approach me, it doesn't mean yes, please approach me, but don't, because that makes no sense. Men are not mind readers. So if you want a man to approach you, maybe you should approach him first, because your buying signals aren't making any sense unless we start dropping handkerchiefs like we used to.
I mean, the woman a young lady a minute ago was asking, where are all the good men? Well, she giving you the answer right here. All you got to do is scroll TikTok. She giving you the answer right. You told us not to approach. You told us to get away. You told us stay out of my face. In no uncertain terms, you didn't try to cuss people out, spit in people's faces, try to blast them and embarrass them on TikTok. And then now, because y'all have said this stuff, you've made your own bed. Your singles mixers are empty. And now, like this lady right here, you got to run up to random men on the street, try to get them to come to your mixer, because men ain't even thinking about coming. Oh, I'm married. I ain't coming. You have any single friends? Nope. Are you sure? Can you please come? Nope. I'm not coming. I'm not going to spend money. And there's a high chance of me getting embarrassed.
Posted the Seek event. I got a nice little mixed bag of different reactions. So let's get into the reasons why men don't show up to these events. Some of these men ain't gonna be there because they got girlfriends already. I'm sorry. Either they got old lady at home and they trying to explore the options. They just not gonna pull up. Sorry. It is what it is. A lot of men aren't going to tell you this, ladies, but some of us are kind of worried. Some of us are nervous. Some of us are scared because if we go to these events, we don't want to be rejected. The male ego is fragile. I can't really explain it, but it's just one of those things where y'all even say it yourselves. Y'all beat us down so much. It's tough for us to get our up to go up there and try to shoot our shot at you when y'all talk about nothing but us being ain't.
To get men.
Listen, I don't know.
Okay.
It was hard.
I
would always sell out of women tickets.
Okay.
Men, it was difficult for them to come. I don't know if they are intimidated or if they feel like, why would I pay for a speed dating event when there's so many women out there I can find for free?
Okay.
You know, it's more women out there than men. I don't know, but it was always difficult. So I had to put a pause, but at the time I was still trying to find something else to match like the stress, because I'm tired of being stressful.
I'm going to try to explain why I think a lot of men are not going to show up to those mixers, those speed dating events, and all those things where a lot of women show up and they're struggling to sell tickets when it comes to the men. There is a reminder everywhere, right, that women are saying that 80% of men are unattractive, that the dating pool is so horrid and men aren't interesting anymore. Men are seeing what women would pop their balloon for and what other women would agree to pop their balloon for. So what I think men are feeling is that they would be showing up to these events for some type of opportunity for the companionship, whereas women would be showing up just for the experience. Women are showing up to look at the decorations and see the food and take the pictures and see if they admire the other women's outfits or maybe even some of the men's outfits. But the reason why I think a lot of men feel like they would just be a prop in the women's experience is because I think the men believe the women when they talk about their disinterest in men, and that the mixer is just another good time that goes on her Sunday night story as a bookend for her get ready with me. Something has to change before men start to believe in stuff.
I don't even know why this is a topic of conversation. Once again, a man on both sides of this clip are answering your question. How do we get men? What do we do to get men out? Start being nice to them. Start treating them like human beings. I'm always reminded of the clip where the woman set up a whole little weekend or something like that for it was a singles mixer. It was a little mixer. You get to know somebody, and she did the fishing, she did hunting activities, and no man RSVP'd. She put it in Facebook groups. She did her darndest to get the word out there for her event. Women RSVP'd. She had that down pat, but man was like, no, I'm not going to that. How come? I gave them activities. I did stuff that they wanted. They said they wanted it. I already know when I get to this event, I'm not going to be able to do the things that I want to do. It's just a show, just to get me in here. You're not going to care about what I want. You're just, essentially what you're trying to do is take my money. That's it. I know you're just trying to use me. What modern women don't understand is after a certain period of time, men just quit spending money. They just quit doing it. Women are consumers. Most women in general, statistically speaking, are consumers. So when you put out an event, even though they're like, I don't know about that fishing, but I'm still gonna go. I don't know about hunting. I've never been hunting, but maybe we can meet some big hunk of a man. And really what they're talking about is some famous country singer that they've been dreaming about since they were 6 years old. They're not talking about the normal, everyday, average man. So men are like, well, I know they're not talking to me. They told me as much, so I'm not coming. But modern women will continue to consume. And it's not just these events. It's anything. Food, destinations, vacations, just anything to make them happy, they're never satisfied. And a man knows that. That's why he said, I'm not showing up. You can't give me a referral fee. You can't give me a free ticket. I'm not going, because I know what the end result is going to be.
Stupid. But I just went live on TikTok to try to talk to people in real time. We are doing great on our responses. I have 55 responses. Unfortunately, they are all women. So that's not going to work. You guys, we need to find eligible men, and I know they're out there. I literally only know one man, though, that I wanted to do for this sort of setup, and he pissed me off last night, so I don't want to help him. I'm going to gatekeep. He's not worthy of you. Not right now. Not when he's in the doghouse. Anyways, maybe that's not funny to anybody else, and I'll tell you, going live on TikTok, that felt like one of the most vulnerable moments of my life, and I know that 2 of you guys that follow me, y'all saw, so I'm sorry.
Epidemic. There's an epidemic of men not approaching women at the bar. Let's talk about it. That's good. Thank you. I'm not really quite sure. Men are afraid of being rejected. We are not going to reject. Some girls will. Men are so afraid of being rejected, but I bet you 90% of the women will actually not reject you if you approach them right. And what's the right way? Not coming up to me saying, hi, what's your name? And putting your hand out to shake my hand. Also, like, don't come off too strong. If you're like coming over and saying, you're so beautiful, like, I'm immediately like scared. Yeah. Like, now I know your intention is you want to date me, even though you don't even know me. Yeah. You want to hook up. That ain't gonna work.
You're starting a singles dating event. Who do you think will sign up more? Men or women? And this is aimed more men than it is women. But starting in there, I was convinced it would be men that will sign up more. Where the women go, the men will follow, kind of thing. But it's totally the other way around. Women are the ones who sign up and seem to be more up for meeting people for real and with less reservations. Whereas guys are a little bit slow to sign up and actually DM me with more questions. And it's not that men don't sign up, but for every 100 women that join the list, we'll get maybe 40 guys, which is why
statistics are showing that more and more men in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, I think it's like 70%, are choosing to stay single. Honestly, in my personal opinion, is that we have way too much to lose. If the relationship doesn't work out, if you wake up one day and you're just sick and tired of us, and then if we get married, God, it only gets worse. I mean, you guys wind up taking everything from us. No offense to all the women who are decent out there, but there are a lot of people out there that don't get married for the right reasons. They get married to say they're married, especially if it's somebody that has a lot of money. It's just too much of a risk. For me personally, I don't ever think I'm ever going to get married again for sure. But I mean, I've been single now for 2 years, and I've absolutely.
I'm telling you, these modern women talking about don't shake my hand and say hi. You got it. You got it. I won't even be in the vicinity. Don't tell me I'm beautiful. You got it. I won't even open my mouth to you. As a matter of fact, my back is going to be turned. I'm not coming. The man just said, I have more guys DMing me questions, and eventually they don't show up. Why do you think that is? What in the world would I come to a singles event for? When the woman just told me, if you shake my hand, I'm going to think you're a weirdo. When you come up and tell me I'm beautiful, it's going to make me feel weird. That just lets me know right there I'm not coming. If I thought I was going to come, I'm not coming. What kind of questions would you be asking this guy? Would you be DMing this guy? Hey, where's it going to be? How many women do you think is going to be there? What kind of activities are there going to be? What's the process of meeting people? I'm getting down into the nitty gritty. I'm getting down into the details. How much do I have to pay? What time to what time? I'm asking questions because I'm tired of spending my money. Do you realize, once again, $75 for these mixers events? I could pay a literal bill. How many months of Netflix is that? I get $75. As a matter of fact, for $75, I can go buy me a Netflix subscription. Heck, depending on what it is, I can be then paid for a pay-per-view fight and enjoy myself. Me and the boys, hey brother, I'm buying the pay-per-view. You buy the wings. You buy the pizza. You buy the drinks. Whatever else we want. Let's get it. We beat and pulled the money together, spent the money, and now we having a night to ourselves. To men, that's more efficient than going in here. Who would even choose that to go to a singles event versus hanging out with the fellas? Y'all down low, y'all sassy, y'all really like men. I like men that like me. If that, I like my friends, if that's what you're saying. I like the brothers that's gonna come up to me and say, hey bro, how you doing? I'm doing all right, man. Hey, you grinding? I'm grinding, man. Hey, let's get this money. That's the type of man. That's the type of man I want to be friends with. I don't want to go into some type of whatever y'all got going on. Y'all walk in the door, y'all looking at me sideways, talking about who he think he is. Girl, he better not come over here. I'm not even showing up.
I've seen 2 videos today. One naturally, and someone tagged me in the other one, of 2 Dallas TikTokers or influencers who went to a singles event last night, right? And both of them had the same thing. First of all, Dallas women are gorgeous. They always have been. Shout out to them. They were talking about how it was all Dallas women in there and no men. Like, they literally said the exact same thing. Both of them said it was like 10 men in there, including the one guy who made the thing, right? Because one of the influencers was a guy, the other one was a girl. And I'm just going to tell you why the men aren't going. The men are exhausted. They are exhausted from the rejection. They're exhausted from the criticism. Like, think about, I made a video for y'all earlier this week about some girl who made a video talking about calling some of the women in Dallas male-centered because they are going to like the run clubs and stuff, trying to find a man. But those would be some of the same women who would come to a singles mixers. They don't want to be male-centered. They think men aren't worth anything, but they would be at those events. And the dudes are kind of tired of it. I'm not saying there is no hope, but I'm just saying the dudes are tired of the singles mixers because it's always the same rinse and repeat. It's always the same. Y'all go to these events, come on TikTok, give an appalling criticism of the men weren't attractive, they weren't high value, like the girls were top tier, but the men were like, who's signing up for that? So I'm sorry that the singles mixer didn't go well, but think about what y'all have done to make it.
I'm not the only guy that just does not give a about having a girlfriend or being in a relationship anymore. Like, I can't be the only guy who just genuinely does not like anybody. Like, I don't give a don't like y'all. I ain't been in love with a girl since 2019, 2018, 2017, back in high school, a little bit after I graduated high school. Like, no. I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, damn, I might actually be okay with never getting in a relationship ever again. Like, don't give a.
You know, I was just sitting here listening to him talk about how women, and we all know this, they criticize men. They get on TikTok right after the date or right after the mixer. Sometimes they're, a lot of times actually, now that I think about it, they're in the mixer, dogging the men out. They'll do like a little update in the bathroom. They'll post it, then come back out and kind of do the same thing, hang out, and then they'll leave. Hey, we're leaving right now. Post it. Hey, no men there. I didn't meet my husband. All the guys were just ha ha ha. And then they'll go get something to eat. Like you saw the woman going to the New York mixer. Oh, I didn't find my husband. They were too short. They were too this. They were too that. And a man, and sometimes I don't think they even care, but sometimes they get the men in the shot. And so now when somebody goes across TikTok, well, it's not really going to, no, your TikToks find people. And when it goes across TikTok, they see a man that they, oh, James was over there, man. Oh man, look at James. They clowning you, James. Why would I want to be ridiculed and criticized for that? I just won't show up. Modern women are upset that men are no longer giving them content. Men are no longer paying their bills in that way. I just get on TikTok, trash men, and go on about my business. I get paid. I'm not going to give you that content. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction anymore. I'm going to stay home. I'm tired of it. This is what this man's talking about. Too many of you women are too problematic. I haven't been in love since 2018, 2019, and I'm not about to start. If I have to deal with a woman that criticizes me all the time, it's better for me to be alone. And you'll see the difference between I'm tired of being criticized for who I am as a person versus I'm tired of not being able to find a man that's 6'1". I'm tired of not being able to find a man that doesn't make 6 figures. I'm happy to be alone because I'm not going to settle for a man that don't have a 6-pack. That's different. One's character is being attacked. One is being attacked for who they are. Women, they just saying, I'm tired of you guys complaining. I'm tired of you guys criticizing me for no reason. You guys tagging me, necking me out.
Girl posting, being like, why are 80% of single men not wanting to date anymore? Like, not even trying. And it's like, bro, like, do you see the landscape we're in today? Relationships nowadays aren't even like actual relationships. They're just turns, bro. They're just your turn. Like, one of the comments on that video was like, too much effort for too much risk. And then the creator, the girl, responded, said, don't put in as much effort. So what? Like, we have to show less love to get more? That doesn't make any sense, bro. That just proves everyone's point on why we don't want to date no more. And it's not even about like, oh, I'll just show less effort. Like, eventually, bro, you're gonna want to show more. And if I have to show less effort the whole time, then what's the point of the relationship?
Recently in China, 800 single women came out for matchmaking. Not 100, not 200, but 800 women came out for matchmaking. And if you see this lady, they are very, very pretty. They have connection, they have good job, they have money, they have it all. They have everything you can think of a lady. No single man came out. It was just only the women. Then come to the UK. You will see some of these ladies in the UK that men are even asking out, but they will be there giving these men too many criteria. They'll be like, I don't want a man who's on skilled visa, I don't want a man who's on student visa, I don't want a man who's a carer. Are you serious? Do you know what you are doing to yourself as
with these women? And you just heard him saying these women are coming from Asia and China and stuff like that, and they're beautiful. They're coming to the UK, they'll ask you out. I already know what it's going to be. Honestly, I already know what you're up to. A lot of these modern women, once again, they put all this stuff on their face. They put all this stuff on their body. They got it going on. They be looking the part. They be going and getting Botox, lip fillers, all these injections and stuff on their face. They go for these general aesthetics, different aesthetics that they're going to grow out of in 2 or 3 years. And they be trying to revert back and go a different way. Well, I'm not in that bad girl era anymore. I'm in the passenger princess era and the clean girl aesthetic, the soft girl aesthetic, and all of these other eras, instead of just living life like a normal person, instead of just living life like a normal human being. And then they ask the man to join in this life, in this world of delusion. The man says, I'm not doing that. Well, if you can't watch rom-coms with me every Friday night, I don't want to watch. I don't like him in the first place. I don't like him in the first place. That's why I'm not watching him. This should not be a criteria for us to be in a relationship. But to modern women, that's important. That you are enamored. She's so far into being the main character that if you disagree with anything she's got going on, if you're your own freaking person, you're not for her. If you just say, I like golf, and she says, why would anybody like golf? I can't be with a man that like, I'm just expressing to you that I like golf. I grew up on it. My dad taught me. We used to go out and hit a couple balls. That's our favorite pastime. That's what we like to do. Can you really blame me? You should be happy that I'm going out and I'm connected with my parents. oh yeah, maybe you can connect in another way. But I didn't see myself marrying a man that plays golf. I don't play golf. It's just a hobby. It's just a pastime. That's just something that I do. What are you talking about? I want to be in control of every little thing. The list he was talking about. I got criteria for you. This is how my life is going to look. Why can't we find no men at singles events? Why can't we find no man to come up and approach us? Where are all the single men at? At the house. Where he is, sitting on the couch. Nice lamp, nice curtains, nice couch, nice little bookshelf over there, chilling. The man look at peace. He looks like he's resting. I'm gonna make a nice little TikTok, post it. I'm gonna go get something to eat. And that's gonna be it. Watch a little TV. Might take a walk later on tonight. Who knows? The possibilities are endless. But I know one possibility that ain't gonna be a modern woman in my home giving me grief. It's not gonna be that. Why can't we find a man? Woman said, she said, what's missing? What's missing? Drama. That's what's missing. Y'all want a man. Y'all want a man to be there for y'all's entertainment. And he's not coming. He's not coming. Y'all want the drama. The man ain't give you no content.
The red pill has totally like destroyed the fact that men open doors and they say thank you and they say please.
Hold on,
and they're kind.
Thank you.
And they have a heart.
Like, because they use that as such a negative
Correct.
term. Can you? I like sip.
It's not weakness.
Let's sip.
That's-
Let's be lover people.
You ain't coming to my house with no saggy ass pants and your dick hanging out. It's not happening.
I just think.
No, I think it's the fact that y'all were planning on from now into eternity, walking over men, stomping over them. If a man has something to say, I don't want to hear that. It's all about me. I'm not interested in what you have to say. It's all about me. And so now when a man says, okay, well, I'm about to go do this over here. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to go get money. I'm going to go hang out with my friends. Then all of a sudden, red pilled and destroyed everything. Men walking away then destroyed everything. No, it's the fact that even though y'all say men don't know how to respect boundaries, it's actually the other way around.
Why do women have to prove their value, but men just have to show up?
I think it's the opposite. I think men have to prove their value, and a woman just has to show up.
It depends on who you asking.
No, I think if you're pretty, you could get access to the parties, to the invite only, to the private yachts, to the billionaires club, just because they want to have you in the room. Now, we know what they want you in the room for, but if you're smart, you don't go for it. You work the room so that they invite you directly after. Whereas men got to earn the money, have the job, get the accolades, do the achievement in order to even almost have access to some of the things that she gets. Mm-hmm. So I actually feel like beautiful women get much more opportunities than men do.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all think?
It just depends on who you're asking.
Personally, I don't know the answer. I just feel like for me personally, I think that as a woman, I get more opportunities than a man because I think that men want me to be in the space, but they don't expect me to come with the character or the work ethic that I come with. And that's what keeps me in the room. What I look like might get me to the room, maybe if I know somebody, but what I'm built by or built of is what keeps me in the room.
You know, she said something that was really interesting, and I think very important for a lot of modern women to understand. You might be invited into a space because of your looks, but your work ethic is going to allow you to stay. A lot of these modern women out here, they don't really have any work ethic, or at least they had the drive. But when they get there, oh, I don't want to work no more. I want to be a passenger princess. I want to be taken care of. I don't want to be strong and independent no more. And they really do this in relationships. So the man unknowingly takes on the load of the entire household because a woman decides that she doesn't want to do anything anymore. That could be a job like outside of the home. That could be taking care of the house, cooking and cleaning. I mean, quite literally, you name it. You can make a deal with a woman. Okay, I'm going to do this, you do that. We good? Yep, fantastic. I love it. But then 2 weeks later, she don't want to do it anymore. And she wants you to take on at least half of that, if not more. And then continue to do your responsibility. You know, it's never really a right time to be a strong, independent woman because inevitably things like this just come up.
fellas, I have a question. Are you guys also choosing now to like not date and stay single and just focus on yourself, travel, focus on your platonic relationships, things like that? Is that like the census of the men as well? Because I know on the women's side, a lot of women are leaning towards no kids, you know, not getting married, just traveling, living their lives, doing their thing. And they seem pretty excited about it. I was just wondering, is that something that you guys are leaning towards too? And do you feel that it is by choice or by force? Let's talk about it. Oh my God.
Here's a comment here. She actually liked it, so kudos to her. Men have been used as women's ATM, and they are tired of doing everything with no return. Women have, is what he meant to say there. Women have made the average man feel less than, and men have woken up and are realizing their worth. No man wants to be stressed out and cheated on. I know that's right. I think she asked, are you celibate? He said, yeah, very much. I'm in bed by 8:30. That's the life of a lot of men. They are, in fact, moving around in silence. They're not getting on here and blasting that, hey, look at me, I'm celibate. Hey, look at me, I'm on my healing journey. Hey, look at me, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I'm single, I'm child free, and I don't need no woman and all that. They're not doing it, man. A lot of dudes are moving in silence.
You know how women love to dissect every little piece of what a man is doing to kind of identify if he's in that green flag, red flag territory, you know, like, oh, he did this on this date, meaning I think, you know, he cared about this, or, oh, I saw that he didn't do this, so it really means that he did this. Yeah. You know, the more I've been dating my boyfriend, the more I realize men just kind of do stuff, like, with no real intention behind it, and most of the time it has nothing to do with us, right? Prime example. I remember on my first few dates with my boyfriend, he had unintentionally, I thought intentionally, did the sidewalk rule, right? And I thought that was really nice, especially because he, like, didn't really have too much serious dating experience. So, you know, he acted like he didn't really know what he was doing, right? And I feel like it came up later on, and I was like, you act like you're so inexperienced, like, babe, you was pulling out the sidewalk rule from date one. Like, you knew how to be a gentleman, right? And he was all like, the sidewalk rule? Like, what is that? I'm like, the sidewalk rule, you know, where, like, the guy stands on the outside, the girl's on the inside, so you, like, protect her from anything on the street, you know? Like, a car could be driving by through a puddle, you're the one that gets splashed, or, like, you know, worst of all, a car comes into the sidewalk, you're the one who gets hit, not me, you know what I mean? And he was all like, yeah. He's like, that was not the sidewalk rule. He's like, I'm always going to stand on the outside, because if one of the two of us is going to get hit with a car, it's going to be me, so that I'm taking that insurance money. I said, oh. God, I said, oh, okay. So, like, you weren't trying to, like, protect me and be some, like, masculine man and, like, gentleman keeping me safe. Nope. Homeboy just wanted that insurance money over me. I said, oh, okay. I had to do some rethinking of our relationship, I remember, in that moment. But that's just one example. But honestly, we're always like, oh, jump into assumptions. Oh my God, he did this. Babe, it's never that serious, okay? Please just look at what men do. It's just black and white. They did this, but you are in no way the why, okay? Don't disappoint yourself like I do.
You know, just listening to what she's saying, it's very strange to me. The fact that women from the jump expect a man to give his life up. Oh, he did. Now, mind you, they just met. Oh, he didn't do the sidewalk thing. So basically, if a car were to come and he would get splashed, he literally just met you that day. If a car were to jump that curb, he would get hit first and he would pass away and you would go on about your life. And he just met you that day. From the jump, a man is expected to do all of these things. It sounds small because thankfully, not a lot of danger goes on. There's not a lot of people driving up on sidewalks. I haven't really experienced it. I don't know about you. But a man, should it come, I'm supposed to stick myself in harm's way. I'm supposed to pay for the day. I'm supposed to make sure that everything is right all around you. And you just go home. You just exist. You're just there. You don't give anything back. You don't do anything. And if I should ask you to cook a little something, then you throw a fit.
Fellas, if all of a sudden all of your best friends, like all of your bros, were super into fat chicks, guess what? You'd be into fat chicks too. I guarantee it, okay? Because here's the thing. I'm so sick of people dismissing their fat phobia by saying it's just like a personal preference. They can't help what they're attracted to. It's just a preference. Well, guess what? It's actually not your personal preference. It's the preference you've been taught. Physical attraction is 95% dictated by society. You are taught what to find attractive, and then you think that's the only thing you can be attracted to, but it's not. And you should know better by now. So grow up. Think for yourself for once in your goddamn life.
The guy says, I'm sorry, this is a really bad take. All my friends have different preferences when it comes to physical types. The guy says, hey, careful, I'm already into fat chicks. Another man says, I don't know. I feel like many people have preferences mostly formed by social pressures, but others more by innate biology. Been into fat chicks since forever, despite a flood of social steering to not be. Another person said, my homeboy exclusively dates black. I exclusively date white. Another person pretty much said the same thing. What I'm trying to get at is what you're talking about. Men don't really think like that. They might think a certain woman is beautiful, but I like what I like. We might think the same woman is gorgeous, and we might both go for that woman, and depending on who she is, may the best man win, right? That's a possibility. But I do have other things that I like. I'm not waiting on my homeboy to tell me if I do and I don't like her. That be y'all. This is projection. Y'all are the ones that take the picture and run to the group chat to see if your friends approve. That's y'all doing that. Men don't, whatever I like is what I like. Y'all just don't like it when men don't like y'all. And you attribute it to, well, it's because I'm fat, or I'm this, and it might be. But it also might be that you're not that pleasant of a person. Honestly.